Hey, it's 2019. I know I'm a little bit late on the old Happy New Year thing, but Happy New Year. I trust you all had a brilliant Christmas. Mine was fairly quiet, but it was pleasant. I was with the kids and with my wife. So, yeah, it was a. I was going to say it was an uneventful day, but actually, the actual day itself, in the evening, we had about 14 police officers bounding around outside in the car park behind my house, arresting one of the neighbours, and yeah, I think they're a bit too violent, but these things happen. So anyway, beyond that, let's get into a little bit of news. We are now at, or I say we, I am now at 894 subscribers, so we're nearly at that magical 1,000. So I'm really pleased. I mean, I've been looking on YouTube a lot recently, and you often hear talk of, oh, I'm just a small YouTuber. I've only got 200,000 subscribers. So if they are a small YouTuber, what the hell does that make me at? 894. Maybe I'm microscopic. Maybe I'm like a little bug in a pond or something. What's the word I was looking for? Don't know, don't care. Let's just move along. Oof. Right, do you remember from the last video I completed that silver and blue Palatoy talking Dalek? Well, the jolly fat man brought me... Yay! Okay, this is a non-working one as well. Its voice doesn't work, it's missing its arm and its gun and its eye. But this one has a little problem. Because it's red and it seems to have been left in the sunlight, possibly on someone's window, the lovely red has faded to a murky orange and in some cases a slightly yellowy orange. So when I come to restore this, I don't know if I'll do a video on this, but when I come to restore it, it looks like this is a candidate for being resprayed. Ordinarily, I wouldn't do that, but because this is for my own collection, I'll probably mask it all off and respray it once I've got all the other bits. I mean, I've got these as well, so that's going to be sprayed. I might as well spray this. But as I said, it's for my own collection, so it doesn't really matter. But I've now got to... That's my stomach, by the way. I don't know if you heard that. I've now got to choose a colour. These things were flame red. Now, flame red is a colour that isn't quite red, but it's not exactly orange either. It's like a really dark orange verging on red. So that's probably where I'll go with this. If you want me to do a video on it, let me know down in the old comments. I doubt you do because I've only just done one. So if you do want me to see me do this, maybe a bit later in the year after all the other commissions are done, and I'll do a super quick cut version of it, so we don't have to wade through the usual stuff. Right, so there's that anyway. Let's crack on. It's cold out here, that's why I put my jumper on. It's like the wastelands of Hoth here. So, let's talk about some projects. In fact, we'll do it in reverse order. A bit later on in the year, I've got this project to do. It is a Corgi bus of some sort. It's a 1/76th scale, and the owner of this wants me to convert it to look like another bus that doesn't exist as a model. That'll be an interesting project to do. But I'll also be doing some TARDIS-y videos. In fact, there's going to be quite a few of them. The first video, in fact, it won't be the first. It might be the first video. First video will be quite possibly how to disassemble one of these, because I've been asked several times how do you take these things apart, and it's been a while since I've last done this, so what I may do is take it apart on camera in an almost, I don't want to say real time, but in almost real time. I'll show you the steps. I don't know, I haven't planned this video out yet, but yeah, that's one video, so if that sort of thing interests you, again, let me know. But the real reason I've got this is because I was contacted by a chap who wants me to take this TARDIS and convert it into a sort of hybrid TARDIS. I don't want to give it all away just yet, but it does mean chopping bits off and adding bits on, possibly, depending on how much the budget stretches to. But we're going to use this as the base and turn it into a slightly different TARDIS. Speaking of TARDISes, here's the old Third Doctor's TARDIS. Now, again, I have been asked about the weathering on this. Some weathering is very greasy looking, some is very powdery looking, some has weathering that is very insipid, and others have extremely heavy laden thick weathering. And what could you possibly do to improve it? Now, I actually thought, why don't I do a video on how to remove this weathering? So, using household chemicals, I'll go through, say, 3 or 4 different steps on how to remove the weathering and give you my opinion on which is the best way to go forward on this. I'll tell you a few things not to do and a few things to do and give you a couple of different options, but you know, that'll be a short video, and I think it might be relatively interesting to those who collect the toys because they seem to like these type of videos, so we might as well do that. So yeah, we're going to have quite a few TARDIS videos coming up soon. I don't want the channel to be all TARDIS related, but there seems to be a lot of that coming up, so I'll possibly stagger it, and we'll see. But just to let you know, there's going to be one on taking that apart, one on converting that, one on de-weathering these, and then actually there are 2 videos after that. I'm going to do my version of this toy, how I think characters should have released this as, so I'll do that. And then a bit later I'm going to take another one of these and modify it completely to how I would really have liked to have seen it. Again, using this as the basis, because I'm going to try and approach it from the viewpoint of character options, saying, okay, we'll spend a little bit of money and slightly adapt the mould. So maybe that's going to be an interesting project. I don't know when that's coming up, by the way. It's just an idea I've had since September. If there's a gap in some commissions, maybe I'll get around to doing it, depending on how long it takes. But don't expect it straight away. It should come at some stage. Maybe it's spring or into summer, I don't know yet. Well, I think it's about time to wrap this up. Thanks so much for watching. I know this is just a brief update. There's no builds in this. It was just literally an update, just to wish you all a Happy New Year and to tell you what is potentially coming up. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Hey, hang on. I saw you reaching for that mouse button to click away. I haven't finished yet. Even though you think I've finished, I haven't. Here's a bit of an odd story. My dad died back in 2017, the end of 2017, and to be honest, I don't know why I'm telling you it, but I thought it was an interesting story. I've got a photograph of him on my desk, and I often talk to him. Not that I expect him to be in the afterlife, because I don't believe in God, and I don't believe in ghosts or anything like that. But for some reason today, I said to him, just send me a sign that you're still around. So, about 10 minutes later, this turned up in the post, and I looked at the address from where it came. Not only does the guy who owns this, who commissioned me, live literally round the corner from my brother, he lives on the very same road in which my dad had his funeral. Is that a sign? No, of course it's not. It's just coincidence. But I thought it was interesting enough to tell you. So anyway, now we really are. I haven't finished yet. Don't go clicking away. I haven't finished. Now I've finished. Now you can click away. Talk to you another time then. Bye.